iOS 26 on iPhone 13. Let's go. So this is the beta version number. It's 23A52660N. This is the very first beta version. So obviously there are more beta versions to come with more features. However, this is the start of what iOS 26 will look like on iPhone 13. Then in terms of the modem firmware there, as you can see, it's 5.01.06. Hopefully this will mean that there's better connectivity with iOS 26 in general. Now let's start by looking at the design. Now Apple introduced what they're calling liquid glass, which is basically more like a new theme in terms of design and UI. So Apple completely revamped their UI and they're calling it the first major revamp since iOS 7, right? But as you can see with this, you can see that liquid kind of experience there, where you can see the colors and the effects of the wallpaper behind, and they are showing right there, as you can see. So it's basically dependent on the wallpaper. And the control center, if I do this, you can see it's transparent. Of course, you can reduce this in settings. There's a video on that, which you'll see right here. However, this is the look and feel of the whole UI in iOS 26. So it's basically dependent on the wallpaper that is behind, such that if I change the wallpaper like this and maybe use this, right, you'll see a different experience with that as well. So it basically takes the colors, the texture of the wallpaper that is behind, and has these kind of glass-like sort of cylinders on icons as well. So still on design, you can see the wallpaper there, which is the text sort of hiding behind the trees in that essence. That's the depth effect that comes with iOS 26. That's pretty cool, if I'm going to be honest. It's also dependent on the wallpaper that you use as well. Like, for example, if I use this one, exactly, you can see the depth effect. The text is hiding behind that shape there, etc. So that's pretty cool in iOS 26 as well. Then, of course, every other app has a new revamp. In settings, it's a bit nicer. As you can see, the changes there, they changed quite a bit. And then the search button at the bottom, it's almost on every screen. In the messages as well, big changes. Animations flying all over as well. Big changes in messages. And the search button also is at the bottom, like in most of the other apps. Then, yeah, there are big changes as well. On this screen, I can customize. And when you customize, obviously, you can put the clear kind of setting. But again, you can see it's a bit bland here because of the wallpaper, of which that's exactly what I was saying. So if I change and maybe put this, right, you will see, then I edit and say clear, you'll see that it's a bit better because it has that kind of color effect behind there. So the wallpaper is basically very important with this version as opposed with any other version as well. So the camera app was also changed and revamped. You can see it now as a simplified design where you have video and photo right here, right? So if you drag, let's say you drag to the left, that's when the other options will come. Then if you also drag to the right, that's when the photo options will come. So yeah, it's quite nice. You also have this option here where you can select and it will then show with that liquid glass experience as well. The options, then you can also select your resolutions, frame rate right here. Then also for photo, same options kind of apply. You also have this, you have all your options within your design, and this exposure here. So basically, yeah, this is pretty cool, I guess, in iOS 26, and it was added recently with the software update. Then if you also go to the Photos app, you also have quite a new experience as well. So it has this new design as well as this filter kind of button as well at the top. So basically, almost all the applications have been revamped and designed anew to kind of accommodate that same kind of design and liquid glass experience. Now let's move on to messages. So in messages, this is where you find some new added features as well in iPhone 13. I've selected this promotions because that's where most of my non-important messages are. So you can see all these options here. Messages, that's where you find messages for people you have saved in your phone. Unknown senders, people you have not saved. Transactions, promotions, spam, I've recently deleted as well. But now there's filtering where you can actually manage filtering of your messages. So you can screen unknown senders. You can also filter spam. A text message filter, you can put it on. Then you can also allow notifications for verification codes as well. But if you unselect these, what will happen is if you go into messages, you will see all messages, be it from people you have saved or not saved, under messages here. Then all the other options will be invalid in that sense. However, if you put them on, it means people you have not saved in your phone as contacts will be in unknown senders, unless if you have saved them, then they'll come into messages. So there's message filtering there for unknown senders. So still on filtering, if you go on calls as well, you find the same kind of update. So here, a new design as well. You can see that option at the top, just like in messages. There's a unified design, there's a classic design. So if you go on classic design, it will be more like the previous versions where your favorites, recent contacts, keypad, voicemail, etc. Then you have also missed calls on the right there. However, on unified design, it's a bit more simpler. So you just have calls, contacts, and keypad. Then you can also see your recents here. You can also edit. By editing, you can select these options that are right there. Then you can also search right here for that. Then you also have call filtering, which we can call screening as well. That's an added feature in iOS 26. So you can screen unknown callers. Unknown callers in this sense are people you have not saved in your phone. So if you turn on screening, you can automatically silence and move unsaved numbers to a separate list. So that list will be recognized as unknown callers, as you can see right there. Another feature that has been added for your phone is called Hold Assist. So Hold Assist is when you're placed on hold during a call, you can allow your iPhone to assist you by giving you a notification when the call is now back online. So you can continue to do whatever you want to do on your phone whilst you are still on hold. Then when it's not on hold again, the phone will send you a notification and you can continue your call as usual. Now let's move on to battery. So there's this new design in the battery section. It's basically a revamp. So of course this battery is now requiring service. It's now beyond its years because I've used this phone for many years. However, this new design kind of highlights a lot more features. Of course, there's no cycle count. There's nothing like that in terms of options to actually see. All right. However, there are a few options here where you can see like similar usage, daily usage, on average what you are using, and today what you have used, something like that, and the apps as well that you have used, where you have used most of the battery. Then also you can see here last charge to 73% 1 hour ago, then it's now 59. Obviously, because I'm recording, it's going to be a lot more usage because of that. However, this is a very new revamped design. So one of the features that people are most excited about in terms of battery is battery intelligence. So if I connect my charger like this, right? Connect my charger, then I do this, you'll see the 25 minutes to 80%. I'm not sure why they limit to 80. Of course, they say the optimum is 80%. Then you see that 25 minutes to 80%. So that's kind of the short glimpse to battery intelligence. Of course, Samsung has added this years ago, but we are happy with the changes that have happened with iOS 26, as we were awaiting battery intelligence for quite a long time. So in terms of battery, I think this is basically all. I would be lying if I said the battery is draining more with iOS 26. If I'm going to be honest, I think with iOS 18 it was actually draining more than with iOS 26, because I was installing iOS 18 beta versions as much as I would be installing iOS 26 as well. But with iOS 18, it was really drastic. The battery was getting hot pretty much all the time, and it was really draining. However, with iOS 26, I think it's quite the same kind of experience. However, I think it's a bit maintained. So you won't really get those kinds of situations unless if it's a unique case on a different phone. But on my iPhone 13, there is no really case of the battery getting hot than usual without excessive usage, or the battery draining faster without excessive usage. So in terms of Apple Intelligence and Siri, if you thought, well, maybe with iOS 26 you'll get Apple Intelligence on your iPhone 13, think again, because basically this is more of a hardware issue. It's more of the chip that iPhone 13s use, A15. Apple Intelligence uses more powerful chips, so obviously you have to upgrade your phone. However, we have slight improvements. Of course, these are improvements which you cannot necessarily see in terms of here on the screen or anywhere in these screens. But however, they would obviously say there's more like smart typing suggestions and Siri enhancements. So yeah, these are sort of the intelligence specific sort of features that have been added on iPhone 13. However, Apple Intelligence in itself is not available for iPhone 13 ever. It's not ever going to be available. However, for Siri, there are certain adjustments where Siri can reply you more adeptly or give you more information, similar things like that. However, it's limited on iPhone 13, just as you would know. Then there are some new applications that have been added. So there's the Games app. It is said to have replaced the Game Center. However, I see the Game Center option in settings. If you go to settings, searching Siri here, then if you unselect, see the Game Center option. It's right there below there. I can select it so that you see. However, let's just go back to the Games app. I guess because it's the beta version, they want to see how it progresses, then they completely remove, or maybe they won't remove. However, the new Games app is basically sort of your hub for gaming applications, where you see the list of games that are installed on your phone, and then you can also have leaderboards in there. You can play with friends, so it's an experience in itself. And I have quite a number of games here. I have PUBG, chess, quite a number of games as well, Clash of Titans, FIFA, those kinds of things. You can all see them in the Games app, and you can play with friends for those some applications. So then there's the new Preview app. The Preview app is basically one which you can use to preview your documents. So I have a number of documents here. You can search, and then you can click and see those documents. And then on the calculator app was kind of a, should I say, major adjustment with iOS 18, because they added a few things there, and they were improving it as iOS 18 was going, as the months were progressing. With iOS 26, you also see that they've changed quite a bit. So here, they, instead of putting this right there on the bottom left, they put it on the top right, as you can see. So those icons are now on the top, and basically this is where you find those options. So scientific, you find them there. So they haven't really added any new feature in terms of anything new apart from that, apart from just changing the icons and putting them at the top. And I think it's consistent with most of the applications in messages where filtering is at the top, even on call, filtering at the top. Most of the applications are somewhat like that. Then also history here, you can check out your history at the top left. Then you can also edit and multi-select where you want to edit and delete. Then for those who use Safari, it now is a sort of similar design to most of the applications where you have that glass experience. However, it's not transparent to actually reveal what's behind the browser pages, but it has this kind of new designs right here and tabs, and you can also have different layouts as well in Safari. So these are the features that are pretty much used on a day-to-day basis on any regular iPhone. However, there are more features that have been added. We can't all cover them in one go. But if you have any other feature which you have liked on your phone, which you also want to be reviewed or which I've left out, you can drop it in the comment section down below. What do you think of iOS 26? Is it a software update that's really, having you liking your iPhone again, or you'd rather go back to previous versions like iOS 18 or 17? Drop your thoughts in the comments section down below as well.